We all love a good thriller. There's just something so captivating about a good mystery, and I love a good crime drama. From the cat-and-mouse chase between the investigators and the criminals to the intricate plot twists, these shows really keep you on the edge of your seat. But did you know that all of these stories are actually based on real events? It's true. In fact, many of the plots you see in these dramas have been inspired by actual criminal investigations. Did you know that the 2007 movie Zodiac, which is about the hunt for the serial killer behind the San Francisco Zodiac murders, is based on the book of the same name by Robert Graysmith? Or did you know that the 2019 Netflix series Mindhunter was inspired by the real life? Serial killer interviews conducted by the FBI, its behavioral science unit in the late 1970s and early 80s. These conversations helped develop criminal psychology as a field and led to the creation of the term serial killer. And today, I am here with a case that will give you goosebumps. Let's begin. Case number 2. The Whisper Line Murders. In most murder cases, the killer tries to stay silent. But in this one, he confessed. Every single time before he killed, the bustling city of Bangalore, nestled amidst the chaos and noise of urban life, stands a quiet chapel dedicated to Lord Christ. Among its many features is a unique initiative, a phone line installed in the prayer hall where troubled souls can call and confess their sins anonymously. It's a place of solace and absolution, known locally as the Whisper Line. One day, the priest at the church received a chilling phone call on the Whisper Line. A distorted male voice whispered, "Forgive me, Father, I have committed a sin." The voice was heavy with remorse. The priest, Father Sebastian, listened intently. As the caller poured out his tale of wrongdoing, his heart filled with compassion. As the city slept peacefully, a terrifying scene unfolded in a flat in Koramangala. Young and vibrant Kavetha lay lifeless on her bed, her eyes staring blankly into the abyss. Her mouth was grotesquely sewn shut with black thread. The sight was both gruesome and mystifying. Strangely, there were no signs of forced entry and nothing appeared to be missing. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. A week passed, the community mourned, and the investigation stalled. Then another call came in on the Whisper Line. The same distorted voice whispered the same haunting words, "Forgive me, Father, I have committed a sin." And a few hours later, a second victim was found, this time in Putter. The modus operandi was identical. The victim's mouth was also sewn shut with black thread. The police were baffled. How could someone kill two people in different parts of the city and leave no trace of their identity? What was the motive behind the bizarre method of silencing their victims? Each case posed a new set of challenges and mysteries, yet Inspector Vikram Singh and his team pressed on, determined to catch the killer. They meticulously combed through every piece of evidence, hoping to find a link between the victims, a clue that would lead them to the killer. Meanwhile, the Whisper Line continued to ring, and the killings continued. The third victim was found in Indiranagar, and with each new case, the tension mounted. Vikram Singh knew he was running out of time. He needed a breakthrough. Days turned into weeks, and the clock was ticking. As the city held its breath, Vikram Singh and his team finally caught a break. They discovered that all the victims had one thing in common. Each had made a call to the Whisper Line prior to their deaths. Could this be the key to solving the case? The Whisper Line was designed to ensure anonymity, but during one of the calls, there was a momentary lapse. The voice modulator used to distort the caller's voice malfunctioned for a split second, providing investigators with a partial IP address and timestamp. This vital clue led them to a popular street cafe in Chennai. At the cafe, CCTV footage showed a lone man making a call on a public burner phone. His face was hidden, but the timestamp matched the call to the latest murder. Hope flickered. Was this the elusive killer? With renewed vigor, Vikram Singh and his team embarked on a citywide search. They scoured every nook and corner, hoping to catch the killer off guard. They visited friends and family members of the victims, seeking any information that could lead them to the murderer. Weeks went by, yet the killer remained elusive. Vikram Singh felt the pressure mounting. The residents of the city were living in fear, and the media scrutiny was intense. He needed a miracle. Then it came. An audio forensics expert working on the case noticed something peculiar. Each recording of the Whisper Line confession had a unique sound in the background. One had the faint sound of temple bells, another the distant hum of a train horn, and in the last recording, a melody from a Tamil film played softly in the background. This seemingly insignificant detail became the thread that unraveled the mystery. With meticulous precision, the expert cross-referenced these sounds with locations and train schedules. The trail led them to an abandoned building near Coimbatore. The former public library stood silent and foreboding, its windows like vacant eyes staring blankly ahead. The police descended on the building, their movements swift and precise. As they searched every room, their hearts sank. Inside, they discovered cassette tapes hidden in secret compartments, each containing a chilling confession. The tapes were labeled with dates and locations, matching the timeline of the murders. They also found human-sized dolls, some with their mouths sewn shut, eerily mimicking the fate of the victims. But it was the murder diary found in one of the rooms that provided the final piece of the puzzle. It chronicled each killing with a disturbing fascination, detailing the selection of victims and the sinister motives behind the gruesome acts. In the center of it all was the chilling obsession with silence. It became clear that for the killer, silence wasn't just the absence of sound. It was a virtue to be cherished and imposed on others. As the sun set over Coimbatore, the police made a grim discovery. The final entry in the diary was dated for that very day. Fear gnawed at their resolve. Could there be another victim? Driven by the urgency of the situation, the police sprung into action. They followed the diary's final entry, racing against time to save a life. Their destination, a quiet residential area on the outskirts of the city. There they found him, Dr. Adarsh Rajan, a 39-year-old former audiologist. The respected researcher, once renowned for his work on the impact of frequencies on the human brain, had taken a dark turn. Fired from his prestigious institute for unethical experiments on illegal substances and extreme auditory experiments on unsuspecting volunteers, he had descended into madness. In his secluded world, he had devised a twisted plan for redemption. He began with those who spoke too much, silencing them one by one, believing he was purifying them. Each victim's mouth was sewn shut as a testament to his warped sense of justice. But his reign of terror was about to come crashing down. The police had him surrounded. With their guns drawn, they stormed his house. Inside, they found more evidence, more proof of his descent into darkness. In his bedroom, they uncovered journals filled with his chilling thoughts. Noise is poison. Silence is purity. Those who speak too much must be quieted. He wrote these words over and over again, as if trying to convince himself of his own twisted logic. Adarsh was taken into custody and charged with the horrific crimes. At his trial, he remained silent, staring blankly ahead as if disconnected from reality. The prosecution's case was airtight, leaving no room for doubt. The evidence, both physical and psychological, painted a grim portrait of a man driven to the edge. As the verdict of guilty was delivered, a collective sigh of relief swept through the courtroom. Justice had prevailed. In the end, Dr. Ardesha Rajan was sentenced to life imprisonment, his future a bleak reflection of his crimes. Behind bars, he remains consumed by his dark obsession with silence, forever trapped in his own twisted world. Years after the Whisperline murders, the case still sends chills down the spines of many. The haunting confessions. The gruesome murders and the killer-esque chilling obsession serve as a reminder of the darkest corners of the human psyche. If you enjoyed listening to this case, do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to check out our previous case, the QR Code Killer.